Welcome to the show, everybody. It's the Crypto Lark. Today we're going to be doing our Friday news roundup, talking about all of the latest in the crypto space. Today we're going to be talking about Iota, Nexus, Qtum, Aeternity, Cardano, and Neo. Timestamps will be down below. Before we get into that, quick shout out as always to everyone who has been hitting that like button. Of course, everybody who has been subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that button down below to stay up to date with all of the latest in the crypto space. Furthermore, this is of course not professional financial advice. This is just a dude talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet. Let's get into it, guys. And I wanted to start today with a PSA. There's been an email going around recently from cryptolark@gmail.com. That is not me. I will never email you guys saying I've got some special insider deal or some website that you need to look at, or with an address saying, hey, special investment, just put your money here and I'll help you guys get a bunch more money back. I've seen multiple iterations of this come around, from people copying my channel to getting similar email addresses. I'll never do any of that stuff, guys. If you ever see any of that, it's rubbish. Ignore it. This is how I communicate with you guys, right here. So keep that in mind, please. We've started a Telegram group. There's a link down below for that if you want to come join over there. We've been having some really great conversations. And of course, you can always follow along on Steemit or DTube as well. Now, top story of the day. Oh my God, the markets. Bitcoin down 23% this week. Ethereum has been holding a little bit stronger than some of the other coins, only down 15% today. There is some serious blood in the water. That being said, also presents some really great buying opportunities as well. Cardano down to 37 cents, for example. Really great buying opportunity there. NEM down to 58 cents. Going down the list here, Qtum's at 31 bucks, Icon's at 550. So there's a lot of great opportunities out there if you can see them as opportunities. Now, what has been going on? There has been a lot of FUD recently, a lot of drama happening in the markets, from all of the problems with Tether, you know, the subpoena that's gone through recently for them, the $500 million hack over at CoinCheck because of their stupidity of having $500 million of NEM sitting in a hot wallet. Crazy. Not NEM's fault, totally CoinCheck's fault, but still. On to, of course, what happened with India. India regulators coming out very heavy-handedly against cryptocurrencies. Not to mention, of course, that this is not the end of the ride by any means. We have the G20 meeting coming up next month, where Emmanuel Macron and Angela Merkel will be presenting a bill to regulate cryptocurrencies. Hopefully that is some kind of common sense positive thing, not more heavy-handed tactics by governments. We've seen banks cutting off customers from being able to access cryptocurrency exchanges, so being able to, you know, really onboard fiat money. And I think this is a problem that we've been seeing a lot around the space in general, that it's, you know, difficult for people to get in, difficult for people to get out. Not to mention, of course, coordinated FUD, basically, by Wall Street, by the mainstream media. I mean, you don't see a lot of positive stories in the mainstream media about blockchain technology, do you? And this is the message that a lot of people get. The message is being controlled. I want you guys to keep all that stuff in mind, because there is so much exciting coming up this year, you know, from, you know, Robinhood. I think they've already got 1 million people signed up, you know, waiting to use their app to buy cryptocurrencies, guys, to trade cryptocurrencies, which is fantastic. Lightning Network has around 1,000 nodes at the moment. Ethereum's got, you know, Casper potentially coming this year. They've, you know, been a bit behind in that, but nevertheless, that's exciting too. Nexus is 3D blockchain. Omise Go's finally going to deliver some product for us. You know, the new platforms are taking off. You know, Qtum's got more and more dApps and projects being developed on it all the time. Icon's just on their main net. Neo is just moving from strength to strength with all kinds of exciting projects coming on board. There is a lot going on. There's a lot to be excited about. So if you're new to the party, this happens in cryptocurrencies. This one's a pretty rough one, especially for anyone who bought the top, but come join us in the Telegram group, guys, and we can chat about it. Let's move on to our first story of the day. The guys over at Iota have got a new wallet coming out. This, of course, looks much slicker than the old wallet. Now, the Iota wallet is generally reviled around the crypto space, so a new wallet will be a great enhancement on the user experience, hopefully, for the guys over at Iota. Iota has signed an agreement with the Taipei Smart City Living Lab Initiative, which is, of course, really, really exciting to see. Basically, Iota and being used for these machine-to-machine transactions for these smart cities of the future. We're going to see a lot more of this coming on board, and projects like Iota are going to be right there at the middle of all these different projects as they do come on board. Similar proof of concept model is being rolled out in Switzerland, again with Iota. The guys over at Iota have also joined forces with the International Transportation Innovation Center, working, of course, on mobility and artificial intelligence in the nexus of those ideas. Very interesting stuff. The Iota Foundation has started an office in Tel Aviv. Nice to see, of course, more international expansion happening. They have brought on Volkswagen's chief digital officer on the supervisory board. Very nice. And of course, team hires do continue over at Iota with 4 new hires here just very recently. Of course, always great to see that the team is aggressively expanding. Moving on to Nexus, we've got a new website for Nexus. Nice, slick, definitely a better user experience than the previous website. Very exciting news about Nexus's partnership with Singularity Net. This will be very exciting moving forward. And of course, Magic Misfits are going on tour, and they are being sponsored by Nexus Earth. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff indeed. Over at Qtum, this is a look at the Qtum Cube satellite that they're going to be putting into space. It's got the Qtum logo on it, so you know it's legit. We've got 5.5 hours to launch from the time of recording this video. Very exciting to see this moving forward. I think ahead of schedule as well, so very, very cool stuff. And Qtum has a new partnership. It'll be launching China's first blockchain hub. Pretty cool stuff as well. Qtum is definitely at the center of a lot of exciting things at the moment. Over at Aeternity, they have had their hackathon. And so we've had a few different projects which have been put forward to be developed by the team over at Eternity. Of course, people building apps on top of their blockchain. So very cool to see that moving forward. The hackathons, I think, are very useful for these blockchains. They have partnered with Erlang Solutions, looking at how they can tackle blockchain scalability issues. And of course, as we all know, blockchain scalability is a very hot topic, as for example we have seen with Ethereum, where it has actually been suffering with scalability, only being able to handle around 13 to 15 transactions per second at the moment, and at times of peak use that causes big problems. We do need better scaling solutions without a doubt, and there are a lot of people out there working to solve this across a lot of different blockchain projects, but the guys at Eternity are working on it too. Eternity has doubled the bounty to $25 million to get the funds back from the parity hack. That was a pretty serious amount of money, but Eternity lost 80,000 Ether. Wowzers. So yeah, that's a decent reward, but they'd certainly really win by getting that 80,000 Ether back. Holy cow. That is, of course, massive. Moving on to Cardano. Now, they have done a recent survey of GitHubs and found that Cardano came out first as having the most submits to GitHub. Now look, that's not the be-all end-all by any means. Some of these companies do keep a lot more of their information private, not public, not published on GitHub. For example, NEM came in at 238th, right? Ethereum came in 41st even. Ripple 104th, Bitcoin Cash 94th. So it gives you kind of an idea of how the space looks like and who is actively using GitHub or not. Nevertheless, that is pretty cool. Now, the guys over at Cardano are also working on how to better prepare for the incoming wave of quantum computers. This will be very important for all blockchains to be able to adapt to moving forward. And so they're already working on it, which is, of course, exactly what you'd expect to see from the team over at Cardano. And the Cardano Foundation will be enlisting FP to complete a third-party audit of the Cardano blockchain. Again, best practices without a doubt. So what good on you, Cardano. Now, the Neo DevCon has just finished over in San Francisco. Now, that being said, I'm not going to talk too much about what happened at the DevCon. A lot of YouTubers actually went out to that, and so you can get some much more in-depth coverage about what happened at the DevCon, but a really great event. I think a very highly anticipated event for Neo. Obviously, you know, all the Neo-based projects came along. You got to meet and greet with everybody, get some publicity for their projects. But the one really interesting thing that came out of it for me was this, is that Neo is aiming to have 100,000 transactions per second by 2020. Pretty impressive stuff. Pretty impressive stuff without a doubt. So obviously that hasn't happened yet. We do have to wait to see how that rolls out moving forward, but it is certainly a very optimistic view. That's 10 times the current theoretical transactions per second of Neo. So we're waiting, Da Hong Fei. Next week's community coin of the week, we've got 4 up here: Trinity, Mobius, Pundi X, and Bitclave. Currently, Trinity is in the lead, but there's only been 108 votes so far. There's a link down below for this, so if you do want to get involved and represent your coin, activate your communities, make sure you hit that link down below or retweet this. Get it out there and get the message out, guys. And of course, we are giving away 55.5 loop ring this week to one random winner. Who's it gonna be? PD Rivera. Yes, loop ring. Yes, loop ring indeed, my friend. Coming your way. Next week, we're giving away 10 Nexus. So if you want to get some Nexus, pop your address in down below. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time, guys.